I go to school for that one.
Okay, go ahead. You
see the people, not police people. The other time, my bello and myself will can't enter. We can't enter. Not police people. The two regulars. The police people are regulars.
The police people are
regulars.
The regulars. Okay.
They got all of them people.
Today is Monday. And today is a historic day in the Republic of Liberia. On this day in history, Liberians were scattered. April 6, 1996. Good morning. Welcome to the Kear Morning Show right here on 95.9 Kear Radio. My name is Jefferson WEAH, and of course, shortly my colleague OBED GIBAH will join me, and we're going to talk a lot of issues on this Monday morning. The Kear Morning Show comes on every Monday through Friday, serving you breakfast. And I'm grateful to God this morning again for the gift of life. Like I've always said, give praises to God whenever you wake up in the morning. This morning we will talk something interesting again. The price of petroleum products on the market continue to skyrocket. Yeah, the prices continue to increase. This time around, it's not just the Kear boys, but at the various petrol stations in Monrovia. Oh yes, we're live on Facebook, KCNT. Share the video, and on YouTube, Kear Communications Network. Share the video, invite others to follow as well. Let them be a part of the broadcast this morning. Leave your comments on our talking points, and we'll highlight them as well. If you have questions, you ask those questions as well. Oh yes. Coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have a set of guests here. We're going to talk a lot of issues. Hopefully, we'll also talk 8 o'clock, we'll bring you the fact check segment. And after that, we'll usher in our guests on the show this morning. So be there while we're here. Let's have a wonderful conversation on the show this morning. And so we say yes, be there. The Kear Morning Show live on 95.9. yes, folks, it is a wonderful day here in the Liberian capital, Monrovia, and we'd like to say always thanks for being there. Thanks for always following us as we continue to enlighten your minds on issues of national concern. We continue to highlight these issues of national concern. Okay, and we'll continue to say yes, it is the Liberian people that we are here for. We're here because of the Liberian people. Okay, this morning, folks, before we talk our regular discussion, I just want to talk about 1996. I don't know, some of you young people, we are especially now in this new age, but I remember at about this time, at 7 a.m. by this time, there were gun sounds, and bullets flying across. I can remember the war took us from Firestone. I was in Firestone Division 6, 1989, when the war broke out, and we saw rebels coming, from the bushes through the banana bushes behind our houses. And I can still remember I was little, but yes, I saw these guys coming with guns in their hands, AK-47, the Berritos, and these all kinds of guns. They were coming with, their hairs were tied, and my mother and other aunties and family members started to run helter scatter. People who went out that morning, early morning, could not come back home, and so they went their ways. They went separate ways. And I was with my mother. We left, and we found ourselves different place. The war from 89, 1990. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, and all to 1996, April 6. I can remember where the war had taken us from Division 6 in Firestone. It brought us to Unification Town. They call it Smell Notice. Those of you in Unification Town, what they call Smell Notice. So the war took us to Smell Notice. We were there as displaced people in the cinema. We were being, we sought refuge in the cinema. I want to say looking at cinema, but Smell Notice, the cinema there. That's where my mother, my grandmother, my siblings, and other family members were. Some people, when they say, okay, they're beyond the line, across the line, just like that. By that time, I didn't know what was behind the line, so we stayed there. WFP used to bring food and other things for us, and I was there. We were there up to 1996. We started schooling. Then came April 6. We're in the school. There was a school there, the Church Better World School, right by the cinema. They're looking at. Why am I saying looking at cinema? Smell Notice, right? Just behind the football field. There, that's where we were, and the war broke out, 1996. And again, those who are gone, to look for food, those who are gone on their normal activities to go do their jobs and hustle and things, some were working. We used to go all the way behind Marshall there, behind the airfield, behind the airport there, all the way Marshall area. People used to go and sell. So yes, when the war broke out again, we started running away. And that's how, but you follow it. And so we fled again. We fled and went our separate ways. But it was a deadly one. April 6, 1996 was a deadly one. People, lost their lives, and family members, got separated again from their families and what have you. and it was a very bad one. I know some of you who are listening to us and watching this morning, you remember April 6th. So on this day, we will never forget April 6th. Every year, April 6th, every year is a year that brings, that sober reflection. It brings sadness to some family members today. They are mourning some of their close relatives, and some people are mourning their children, some their mothers and fathers, and some their entire family. Yes, some people, the entire family left. They left the surface of the earth, and it was a deadly one. But thank God today, that since April 6, 1996, I'm still up. I'm still alive, and none of my family members. I'll say this, not one that I know from my mother's side or my father's side, that none of us, left in a war. There was no bullets that took away the lives of any of my family members, which I'm grateful to God for today, that everybody is okay. My late grandmother, late grandfather, and the two grandmothers were the past after the war, and everything was just, their time. I was not during the war. But thank God, to those of you who lost your family members, April 6th, again, our condolences to you. Continue to take solace in the Lord. Continue to take heart, And so, yes, it's good to be here this morning. 1996, April 6th. Today is April 6th, 2026. 96 to 2006, 2006 to 2016, 2016 to 2026 is 30 years. 30 years now. So if you are born on April 6th and today you're 30 years, happy birthday to you. All the April 6th born, happy birthday to all of you. Final appearance. Yesterday was another day. But let me before I talk about the price of gasoline, I just want to say something, right? And let me appreciate the government so far for at least the road, because I'm saying this, some of us who live in Broadview, when you know how challenging it is, especially with the dust. We're coming in the morning and then in the evening we're going back home, the dust, right? It's not easy. Those of us who get on a keke, or we get on motorbikes, and then we have our vehicles as well that do not have air conditioner, so we find it difficult because the dust will always affect us. Our clothes will get dirty and what have you. But government is doing at least well on that road, the route from Douala to Kam. Yes, they're doing it. So Burman Bridge, you travel little on Kota from town all the way to Burman Bridge on Kota. We hope, but I'm sure, I'm very much convinced that when the rain will come, but it will not be easy. Okay? Yes, it will not be easy. But however, we must appreciate the government for little that they're doing in terms of, speeding with the road. When they do one side, everybody will take that one side now to go, and it will be like, one lane going, one coming. So by next year again, maybe December or so, then it start to take the other one, and so that we can have paved road from Monrovia, Central Monrovia, straight to St. Paul Bridge. All right. So that's it. The price of gasoline continues to grow. It continues to increase on the Liberian market. It will interest you to note. Let me see. Let me upload this for those of you who are watching us. Let me upload this. Let me upload this. Yeah, mistake. But let me upload this. Here is it. On the screen, you're seeing the price of basic commodities, especially gasoline and fuel oil. The retail price, right at the pump price now for gasoline, it was $4.87. $4.87 when the LPRC released the Ministry of Commerce and APRC when they released the prices, right? When Commerce released the prices of the petroleum, it was $4.87 for gas and then $5.78 for fuel oil. But I didn't know that the price had gone that far, because even the last time I bought, just last week, Monday, yes, Sunday. Last Sunday, I bought gasoline. I was able to pay $5 and I get more than 1 gallon, right? So, but now, yesterday, while on my way here, I went to Petrol Churrea on Lane Street, and I said I needed $5 gas. And the lady told me that $5, can I even get you 1 gallon of gas? It'll be less. The gas is now $5.09. I said, but gas used to be $4.87. She said, oh yes, but it's $5.09. So meaning $4 now I used to at least give you a gallon of gas. Can I give it to you? So even $5 can I give you exact 1 gallon? You need $5. You add, if you get $5, you have to add $50 on it to get, 1 gallon of gas. And I was like, wow, are you for real? Are you seriously telling me that the price of gasoline? And some of our callers, when we started this thing, talking about this, some of the callers predicted that we should expect the price of gasoline to increase, the price of petroleum products on the market to increase, right? But it is somehow frustrating at times when people who understand these things, when they're making these predictions. Some of you in the Unity Party, you feel that because, and I will say this, the government does not have control over price or prices. So don't just come in defense. Sometimes you just say, oh yes, and not you, petrol, gasoline will be here, it will not happen. When there are predictions, this is a global issue. It is a global issue. It is not only Liberia, that is affected from this increase in the price of petrol or the shot. It is not. Yes, we may have petroleum products, we have gasoline here, we have the products here, but come to think of it, why is it that the prices continue to increase on a daily basis? Every time it continues to increase, it continues to go up. It is not because we Liberians just want to increase it. It is because of the scarcity on the market. Oh yes. It is because of the global issue that is happening. It is because of what is going on between America, Iran, and Israel. So when these oil manufacturing companies or production companies continue to experience war, and their production sites, the factories and their storages continue to get damaged, we'll have shortages, we'll have serious issues on the market. Oh yes, remember LPRC told us that there was enough. Sometimes that's what I say. When you make statements, you have to be careful so how you make the statements. Yes, that even the war that will come, it will not affect. So if we had enough, but here we are now, we've been affected. Prices continue to increase on the market. Prices continue to increase on the market. I bought gasoline yesterday, $5.09. So if the big filling stations, the pump price is now $5.09. What becomes of the Camboys? Because at first the Liberian dollars, it was $910 at $4.87, and then the Camboys were selling it $9.50, some $9.60, some $9.40. Now that it has gone to $5.09, how much do you think they will sell it? How much do you think the Camboys will sell their products? Because they come to the petrol stations buy these products at $5.09. When they take it to their to their point of sales, they have to increase it because they need profit. They need profit. They need profit. So how much do you think that is going to go for? It will increase. Expect the Cambodians to sell gas for a gallon of gas now for either $975 or $980. Maybe some will be reasonable still and sell it $960, $970. Some will say $950. But other places, so if the products in Monrovia now is $5.09, is now being sold at a minimum now, maybe the boys $950. How much now you think will be if it will cost in the rural parts, right? How much do you think it will cost in the rural part? What? How much you think the boys will sell it? How much? Now you see what's happening. We said this thing that there will come a time where and we're not saying this, but if this continues, I foresee people standing looking for gasoline now. And this is happening. I want to believe because we have shortages now on the market. And it will continue because if the war continues, the crisis continues to go on because America, Iran, there's their peace talks, they talk for ceasefire and what have you, but it seems it is not going to happen anytime soon. It's not going to happen anytime soon. We are experiencing, low gas or shortage of gasoline or petroleum on the market now. That's what's happening. So you see the price is going up. It's going up. Very soon, you'll see people telling you, say, I don't get gas. Even though they have gas, but they'll say, I don't get gas. Oh, yes. They will say, I don't get gas. Very soon, people will start hiding the products. They will start hiding products, and they say, I don't have gas. When you go there, because they're in demand now, so they will start to sell it to you for higher price. And that's going to happen. It's going to happen. You see people selling gas at higher price. They start carrying it up to $1,000. Just expect that in the soonest possible time. Oh yes. If you think I take your vehicle to any petrol station and go see how much for gas. It's $5.09. Why? How did it just go up? The Ministry of Commerce has not released any new price aside of the first one they released. So how come from $4.87 it just went up to $5.09? What went wrong? What went wrong? So why yesterday, if I had just gone there to say, give me 1 gallon of gas, and then I gave the pump attendant there, I gave the pump attendant the $5, and I said, give me change. And then the pump attendant telling me, say, oh no, it can't be you. I can't give you change if I'm supposed to add money on this $5. Then we jump into a heated argument. What would have happened yesterday? Because normally, when we go to the petrol station, what we do is we don't say, give me one. So we could have said, give me $10 gas, give me $5, give me $20 gas, right? So why if I had gone there and said, give me 1 gallon? Because I know that 1 gallon is $4.87. My Lucy son George will go say, give me 1 gallon, and 1 gallon is $4.87. He carried the keke and parks the keke there. They put a 1 gallon there. He puts it in your pocket, takes the $4 or the $5 and give the $5 with expecting change. Maybe 13 cents change. Then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? The man expecting his change, but he can't get it now. So the issue of this price, the price of petroleum product going up high, expect this very soon. And once the price of gasoline increase, you will have transportation fare also going up. And I'm saying this again. The government, the rescue government under President WEAH, those responsible to communicate to the Liberian people on the issue of price, the regulation of prices, the proper communication, especially the Ministry of Commerce, you need to tell the Liberian people. Why is it that the price of gasoline just increased when it was $4.87, it was $910? How can it not go up quick, sir? How did it go up? How did it go up? How did it go up? Because I have not seen any release aside of the old release, aside of the old one, but I've not seen any new one. But in no time, the gasoline price have gone up. It's going up. So those of you, when you take your car to the gas station and you to connect to petrol trip, SP, and what have you, and you think that you expect yourself to buy 1 gallon of gas for $4.87. If you just went and say and told the pump attendant, give me 1 gallon, you expect yourself to pay $5.09. Because if you just give $5 and you're waiting for change, no, trust me, you're not getting it. You're not getting change. You will be adding money on it. You'll be adding money on it. I mean, it was just surprising to me yesterday. So I said, well, how come this happened? How come this happened? If there is a shortage now, I'm saying this, if there is shortage on the market, the Minister of Commerce, the LPRC Managing Director, Amos Tue, Madeline Dagoze, need to come to the Liberian people and tell us what is happening. The government needs to tell us, do we have enough in storage? Because of the crisis in the Middle East, the crisis in Iran, do we have enough in storage in terms of petroleum products? Do we have enough fuel? Do we have enough gasoline? Let the people know. Because some people can go buy their products enough and just keep them. Someone wants to go buy 20, 30 gallons and store them in the generator rooms or houses. It might be dangerous as well, but they'll put it in a generator room. But if you continue to make the Liberian people believe that we have gasoline on the market, we have petroleum products, but the prices continue to increase, why is it that we have the products here, then prices continue to go up? Why? Why are we having enough in storage and then we're paying more? We're still paying it at higher, we're buying it at a higher cost. Why? Because I don't want to believe we'll have enough in storage and then the prices continue to increase. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe. There was a time that we talked about this, that there were vehicles parked at Connect Station, and those of you boys, who believe that living in these politicians' pockets because it is a government and you don't want to be truthful to yourself, you don't want to tell the truth, but you always want to come in defense, even when you see the wrong, and you want to come in defense. We're telling you that this morning, go to these various stations, ask for petroleum. Ask for petroleum. Go there. Ask. And this morning, after this, we hope to go out. Our OB, we hope to go out this morning and then know the price of petroleum at the pump, the various or petrol stations. If there is shortage, and there is. We have no gas. Shortage of gasoline on the market. So nobody will come tell you, say, oh, we get gas. Oh, we get enough gas on the market. We get enough gas on the market. We get enough gas on the market. How come? If we have enough on the market, we have enough in storage, like Amos Stewart told us, there was enough gasoline, enough in storage. That even when the thing that happened in Iran, it can affect Liberia. But today, we are feeling the pinch. We are feeling the pinch. And you think this is okay? No. No. You need to come to the people and tell the Liberian people what is going on. What is happening with the issue of petroleum on the market. Tell the Liberian people what is happening. Then they get to know. Do we have enough in storage? In the next, from now to the end of April, do we have enough petroleum in storage? Now that we're buying it $5.09, what will happen at the end of this week? Is it going to remain $5.09, or it will come back to $4.87, or it will reduce even more than that? Or we should expect it to go up to $5.20 or $6. Transportation fares. Some people will charge even higher. Some will go below. But tell me, sometimes somebody can get boss to say, me, I still charging my same prices, or the same way I used to charge the people that are charging them. But come to think of it, you're buying gasoline at $5.09. Some people go to the campus. Now you pay, instead of $9.50, some will say $9.75. You blame them? No, because Commerce have not released any price, any new price. Since this whole thing started, I'm not seeing anywhere any inspection carried out by the Ministry of Commerce in terms of price regulation. Why are you selling gas this price? Why are you saying this time? So by now, I expect the Commerce Ministry to be out there, the inspectorate team of the Commerce Ministry to be out there telling the Liberian people, asking those big gas stations, why are you selling the gasoline $5.09 when it should be $4.87 or $910? Why are you selling it $5.09? The Commerce Ministry should be telling us why is it that the price in no time just increased from $4.87 to $5.09. Why? They should be telling us. It's not to keep the Liberian people in suspense, because there are people who are home, they still believe that, well, the price is $910. People who bought gas, since they're still there. Now this morning, they want to go get their petroleum, but if they went there now, expecting to get the gasoline at this price, it's a different thing. You went to buy for your bus, and it's a different thing. It's a different thing. You tell the people why the price just increased. Do we have enough gas in Liberia? Do we have enough in storage? Do we? Well, I will leave it at that. We'll take our guest at 8, and then that's it. But let me acknowledge a few of our followers, those of you on Facebook. From where Shalif is following. He says, good morning. He's following from his Browville city residence. Daniel Kokoti is following the show this morning from Monrovia, Warren Street. Angel Fatu Brown says, good morning. Watching from Kesali Boulevard. Keep the good work. Godfrey Collins. Good morning, Jojo. She's following this morning. She said, okay, thanks, darling. Romas. It says DJ Tuzon. Man Lucison George is also following from his keke this morning. Good morning, George. Henry Tito Jr. Good morning. I'm watching from my medicine store or from my residence in Cardwell. Thank you. Roland W. told, he says, good morning, Jefferson P. We are OBED GIBAH. My name is musician Roland T. W. told. I'm a public servant of the Republic of Liberia. A public servant of the Republic of Liberia. I'm watching the show live this morning from a Battery Factory Community, Japan Freeway, District 3, Montserrat County. Yes, thank you so much, Roland, for following the show this morning, wherever you are. And we'll continue to talk about these things, right? So, so we just take a few calls shortly and then usher in our guests. They're already here this morning. But tell us about the price of petroleum. It continues to increase. It continues to grow up. and we're talking this. This is no politics. It is a fact. Do we have enough in storage? The Minister of Commerce, the PRC, will have to tell us exactly what is going on. How come from $4.87 it just reached up to quickly to $5.09? What is going on? 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959. Those are the numbers you can use this morning and be a part of it. The show this morning. We say, hey, forget about you being a Unity Party partisan. This is not about it. The prices continue to increase. How come? What is going on? Emma Stewart told the Liberian people that we have enough in storage in terms of storage in terms of petroleum products. That yes, with the time to come, even whatever happen, it will not affect us. If the war in Iran will not affect us, then why is it that the prices continue to increase? Our first caller, Spencer Mohammed. Good morning, Spencer.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jeff. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Propo Corner, Down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter Community. Jeff, thank you very much. Jeff, in my mind, you just said it all. Jeff, you know why we are measuring this identical government by the standard it set? Those guys, when they were in opposition, nothing good did they see over the last 6 years. Even when gasoline went up, they took it to be a propaganda machinery that they could use against the government of the day. Here they are. Yes. Some of us, we are not being, political in our advocacy. We have been very nationalistic and patriotic in our advocacy. That's what we continue to do today. So what we are doing, we are only holding our feet to the fire to answer the hard questions that they asked yesterday. Amos Dwyer, you were then the Secretary General and you are the Secretary General of Unity Party. You are one of those who championed the ineptity of President WEAH. Now the gasoline prices are going up and we are not able to pay our transportation. What is your government doing? You projected yourself to be chief architect of government. Are you telling us you are now becoming inept? Is this ineptitude that you are exhibiting? Just in my mind, those guys have failed and they have to do what is right and then they do what is needful. Thank you. What they did is what we are measuring them by. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Spencer. 0777 959 959. We'll take a few more calls. Usher in our guest this morning on the show. 0777 959 959 0777 959 95. The increase, the hike in petroleum products will continue to go, and the price, the transportation fare, expect it also. Those of you Liberians, some of you who get on commercial vehicles, you don't be fast to have confusion or jump on drivers for change, game and change, and what have you. Expect this, because the Commerce Ministry cannot tell us now why is it that the price of petroleum just increase. How come? If we have enough in storage, then why is it that the price of petroleum continues to go up? Why is it continues going up? Why? If we have enough in storage, as Emma Stewart told the Liberian people. 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959. Our guests are already here, so we'll just take a break shortly and then we'll usher them in this morning. Let's go for this short break quickly and usher in our guests on the show. Let's get them quickly. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's go for this break and be right back.
If you see the injured player, it's like I've never been injured before. But the injury that I get, because some people are soft in their mind, they never come back. They never come back. But I am a resilient person, very strong in my own mind, and nothing can discourage me, neither break me down. Because I've seen it, I've had the test of time. But what I want to say, to leave this altar, do not swear yourself for me. Everybody that say that he can't be this, he can't be that, if it happens, let me die. No people die. Don't be them. Please don't be them. Be positive. Some people swear, if WEAH become this, let me die. No people gone. It shouldn't be you. Be objective, be positive, and be able to hold a conversation. What going on in our country, politics, you got to understand it. You got to sit with even your opponents. Understand it. If you can convince him to believe in you, you can convince that person. Fighting is not the best thing to do. Insults is not the best thing to do. And that's why you see, when Jesus, every time they attack Jesus, he explained to that person who he is and what he's doing. We are all one family. I got aunties from Lofa County. I got uncles from Grand Gila. I got sisters from Maryland, Southtown, Grand Bassett. My family big. And I show all of you, you can see that we are one family in a small country. So we got to treat each other good. The politics, remember when we decided that the politics would divide us? Who can tell me what happened? What happened? War, right? War. And when we went to refugee camps, and everybody that tested that camp, do we want to go back there? No. Because the camp will take away your dignity, your respect, your love for people. So let us be one family. I'll tell you something funny happened the other day. A little girl tested me. Oh, my school fee not paid. I said, okay, what can I do? Oh, our daddy, you know, the school fee. I said, okay, what can I do? I said, okay, send me all your CDC, send me all your CDC hat and t-shirt. It took 3 days to send it to me. She can send it. Then I took a picture and sent it to a friend. I said, the person that your friend, check. Who are they? I saw a picture, she all a Unity partisan in the street. So I sent it to her. I said, are you there? She said, oh daddy, yeah, you know, that time where, but please forgive me for God's sake. So we'll do a lot of things for God's sake. Whether you're a Unity partisan or you're a sedition. That's why in our government, we all work together. I said something on the Facebook. One official of government, I sent a message to him. I said, you don't need to speak like that. Because when you are in opposition, remember you're asking for food, you're asking for food, you're asking for everything. So when the children are calling you, do the same. And say, oh, Papa, sorry. So we are one people. I could come here and run into your kitchen. Food there, at WEAH. You can be a Unity partisan, but give me food because we are human beings. Let us not hate each other here for colors or what we believe. The first thing we should believe that we are all human beings and we are family. So Bishop, I want to thank you for inviting me. I want to say this because a lot of people say, oh, you need to talk, you need to talk. No. I don't need to say anything. You know what happened, you know the actions, and you will judge. God, for all of us, let us believe in God and live our life and take care of our country so we some all can get old and be here.
Okay, yes, that's the voice of former Liberian President George Weah. This man, like we said, with all of the things he always preaches, his messages always around peace and what have you. So yes, fellow Liberians, our guest, like I said this morning, the from the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau, and so this morning we're going to talk, a cross section of national issues. They are, a civil society group. We're going to talk a lot of things this morning on the show, and so we say stay there, be with us, and let's have a wonderful conversation on the show this morning. It's good to be back on the Kear Morning Show this Monday morning, having these wonderful conversations. Joshua continues to do this, but yes, this is all about Liberia, and President Mbaka is the head of state now. He's in country, and he continues as well to lead the Liberian people. He will be here until 2029, at which time Liberians will go back to the polls and decide, the fate of this country next. But yes, these guys are here, so let me cross over now to my guest, Fasu, good morning. Let me say welcome to the Kear Morning Show this morning. Welcome to Kear Radio.
A pleasant good morning to you and your entire crew here. I think it's a pleasure being here. Like you rather state, I'm Fasu Kuman. I am the national chairman of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau, which is a civil rights think tank that speak to issues that border on the people interests, or we call that pertinent issues.
Okay. All right. So the United Party Intellectual Bureau, I've heard the name several times. Many of you, in fact, always call on the radio. This morning, as you said, you're the national chairman.
Yeah, I'm the national chairman.
Okay. So let's talk about your bureau a bit. When was this bureau established, and what are some of the activities that you do or carry on?
Basically, the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau have been around the corridor of our body politic of intellectualism for protracted period of time. Been around since 2011.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, we were during the just in the election, we were the university student in support of JMB presidency, a duly recognized and or register auxiliary group of the Indomitable Unity Party. Got bulk of our members, mind you, are zealous propagandists of the Unity Party. So we funded this group in the 2023 election. The group came about 2011, but then we transitioned from one need to another. So we thought it was that when the election was coming closer, we said, but we cannot sit on the fence because these are critical moments of the country history. We are citizens of Liberia, and not just citizens, as intellectuals that serve a mirror of the wider society. Yeah, I think there's a need for us to weigh in this election. Was how we met as group, unanimously, decided to fund this group. This group to support the presidency of the Integrity Outcome President Mbaka. And true to our effort and commitment, President Mbaka, emerged victorious. So after emerged victorious, we cannot stay bad in the university in support of GMB presidency. So how we thought it was to have a change of name. So we met as group again, follow the rudimentary of administration. Group met, and we unanimously agree again to transition to the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau now, of which we are duly branding.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's go straight into it. Your government, the Unity Party, 3 years in office now.
Yeah.
And a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have been said. Also, let's begin with governance. What would you say? How would you describe President Bouhaka's leadership in the space of 3 years?
I think the Liberian people are blessed to have somebody who is a consummate administrator at the end of the presidency. President Bouhaka came to the presidency or the free of leadership with worth of experience. Somebody who has worked extensively in public service. Yeah, at different position, different level of public service. He has worked there and served those areas diligently and left indelible imprint at the various area himself. So obviously his presidency, is a blessing for the Liberian people. He's doing extremely well in terms of reform in various government, in terms of reform in various sectors. For all some all calling the integrity outcome, because he's somebody who has stood by the rules when it comes to living upright life, when it comes to living a very sincere and accountable life. Yeah, so the leadership come to the fray with high level accountability because the Liberian people entrusted them with our resources to manage. So by and large, you must be accountable to the people. So that's why we thought it expedient to call him the integrity icon, because he expasses high level of integrity or sincerity in his style of leadership.
Talking about integrity, let's begin with corruption under President Bouhaka. How would you describe the president's fight against corruption since January 2024? How will you describe the president's fight against corruption? Do you think he's making progress owing to the fact that there has been many allegations of some officials of his government who have been involved into the act of corruption and corrupt malpractices, mismanagement of funds, and what have you?
As far as my memory collect, I can say, as far as I'm concerned, President Bouhaka, this regime have made tremendous strides in the fight against corruption than any regime. In the history of Liberia. No government has made magnificent effort in the fight against genocidal corruption, because we call corruption genocidal because it had a proclivity to wipe a whole society, a whole generation.
Is there statistics, or do you have a data to that? If you say President Bouhaka is the only
the corruption in the Transparency International and on corruption on two consecutive years, they are graded the government. The government have made tremendous mark in the fight against corruption. And it is something that you and I, we are feeding the ripple effect or the positive impact or inroad that the government is making in the fight against corruption. Evident by the ongoing landmark cases, corruption cases, like currently at our various courts.
Let's look at the case with former Commerce Minister, Amin Modad. He was caught in the web and been accused of purchasing vehicles, luxurious vehicle over $90,000. He was not suspended, but he resigned. And to now, what the state of that case, what has happened to him, whether he was prosecuted or whatever. There's nothing. But you hear grading President WEAH that, I mean, his administration is the only administration that is making tremendous effort in fighting corruption. How will you, I mean, analyze that?
I mean, with that case, an isolated case.
How?
Yeah, friendly. I mean, with that actually dynasty.
He was accused.
In yeah, people can be accused, but people can be.
And the
accused.
money was for the institution.
Yeah, it was for the institution.
Mm-hmm.
In dynasty. In dynasty.
Okay, misappropriation.
Yeah, he made the money intended for SYZ purpose
was used for different
being expended on another purpose. Mm. So I do call that steal.
So what was President WEAH's action?
President WEAH, I mean, without from the pressures from within the Unity Party, but Unity Party is a party, that believe in ethical standard. That they say, oh, my man, you are being conflicted. You are being conflicted. You get this allegation hanging on you. And in fact, there's a law there's a law when it comes to sling, when there's a sling on the purchase of cars, or the amount that one should use to buy a car, a ministry or a minister, from minister down, lawmaker, I think that law only apply, only put a for also that law a bit at the president, the vice president, the protest, the chief justice, you don't name. But when you are a minister or lawmaker from down, the slim put off for your for vehicle purchase is 45,000 below. And this car that was bought by the former comment minister, it was cost over 45,000. So that was a breach of public policy. So you had the Unity Party executive say, my man, even though you are an executive committee member of the party, matter of fact, you play a pivotal role in defining the current course of happening within the Unity Party. You have to rebrand the party. So only know, I think you need to give way. So and the president, I'm told the president office to say, a man saying you don't want to be sacked. And you are being engulfed into this act, this impropriety act. You gotta give way to So I mean, with that, to the pressure from the public, the pressure from the code of public opinion too was banking on him. So he had no option but to resign.
But what's the chance of President WEAH telling him because of this and you've done this and you have to resign? Was it, the proper thing for President WEAH to have done, or this man should have just been investigated? Also, because if you're saying that the pressure from the party and the president and what have you then caused him to resign, then do you think President WEAH is fighting corruption according to you in your own statement?
Yeah, President WEAH is like I stated in your widely listened to platform that who is on cutting edge information dissemination here, because millions of people around the world are following. President, that this government, no government that ever come to the fray of the presidency that have made tremendous effort in the fight against corruption as compared to the UP-led government headed by the integrity outcome President WEAH.
If you were president, if somebody in the Unity Party government is accused of misappropriation or application of funds, and then pressure from the party led to the president's resignation, to that official of government's resignation. What you as a president, do you think it should just be he or she should just resign and then with no action taken? Don't you think President WEAH should have gone beyond taking action to get back the funds from Muda, because the money was for the Ministry of Commerce?
The money was used on the purchase of the car, and the government took the car. and turn it over to GSA, the entity responsible for government access. As we speak, the car is in the possession of GSA. In that car, I'm told there was a mandate given to GSA that should be used for VIP guests. So the car is adequately serving its purpose.
Then what becomes of Amimoda?
Amimoda have hit the essay door.
So but in terms of prosecution,
why is there to prosecute? They may have already been reprimanded, so saying that he lost, taking the token from his job. The issue of prosecution is another issue. Like I stated, in Dynasty, there was a misappropriation.
Okay.
So the money was used for this, but say use it for this, go sit down. You'll not be on the job anymore again.
There were other cases. MCSS, the former superintendent, also he was also caught in a web with this misappropriation of funds. But I mean, he was being dismissed by the president, sent to court. I mean, he was sentenced to LACC. What's the difference between him and Amimoda? Amimoda resigned for misappropriation of funds, and MCSS too for misappropriation of funds, but he was being dismissed by President Bouakai.
The MCSS, I think there was the LACC took charge.
Yeah.
Took charge of that. They looked into the case. I think they found some that case. They looked into it, and there was a strong evidence.
Okay.
They built strong evidence. There was strong evidence in that case that to prosecute former MCSS Superintendent Jim Momo that he was involved into financial impropriety. Yes. So as we speak, I think a case has been forwarded to court.
Okay.
They are not been clear of the hook of the LACC. A case if LACC are investigated him, and there's strong evidence that they have in their possession that this particular man was involved into malfeasance. So they had no option but to forward his case to court. So as we speak, his case is in court. Even though court process is in rejecting. Court process is something that is a process. Court process is a process. That's other people think who from the naysayer angle of the divide, the political divide. Many of them they think that when case go to court, the case should just be tracked quickly and adjudication should be done. He still no court process is a painstaking process. So I also speak. Jim Momoke is currently at the court.
Okay.
He has been forwarded.
Okay. And the issue of rule of law. What would you say? How effective or what is the government doing in terms of rule of law and with what would you say?
The rule of law, I think no country. Firstly, the government is fronting out there to the doors of international community, knocking the doors of international community, and foreign investors to come and invest. To have a conducive investment climate, you need a solidified rule of law system. Any country that have trouble with rule of law, for investors to get that confidence to come invest their hard-earned money into your economy is very difficult. When investors flock into your country, it thereby create job for your citizenry.
Okay.
It helps to reduce pressure on government. So for that to happen, you need a strong. So the government is cognizant of that. That's the reason why the government has decided to rebrand the rule of law sector.
Okay.
Those entities that find themselves within this sector under this government have been giving due attention. The Liberia National Police.
Okay.
Liberia National Police now is being given huge attention. No government has given the police more money in the budget as compared to the UP-led government. No government has given the police more money in the budget as compared to the UP-led government. You see how the police are switched these days to respond
But still,
to crime scene.
But there are still police officers who still make far below what they were making. They still make far below the. I mean, if the government is spending more money on police, then is it in terms of salary? Why is it that salaries are still not increasing?
There was an increment done on the police side, but it will not be done It will not be done.
Except for the higher ups.
It is being done systematically.
Okay.
Because we are talking about finance. Government got to look for the sources of the finance to fund that. When the government took over through the instrumentality of veteran Gafwan, because I call him veteran, because we all went to the rudimentary of soup, the Vanguard Party. He served at the upper level of the party. When veteran Gafwan took, for me, so many people call him the salary increment czar, the czar for salary increment. He was one of the earliest finance minister to have increased civil servant pay. He helped in one of those that initiated that, the finance ministry. Well, yeah. So when he took over, he brought back the same policy that he very used to. So, but civil servants need to be dignified. People who work at the public service level need to be dignified.
Okay.
How can you dignify them by giving them living wage? So overall, the calculator said, but what we can do, we'll do it systematically or bit by bit.
Okay.
So what they didn't do, they included, I think in the past budget, about between 28 to 38,000 civil servants spread across critical sector of the government system, of the governance system, the education sector, the security, and that of the health. So those who work in that sector at different level have experienced salary increment. Yesterday, during the first CDC time, the CDC that bastardized our country resources, the CDC that drag the image of the country into the ambit of backwardness. The CDC that slept with corruption. That during her time, corruption was short transfer. Corruption was seen in a very strong community. It was very easy to see corruption. Doing that, these people they dehumanize civil servant. So to bring back that dignity, say the man is a czar for salary increment. In other words, what we do, we will carry on tap up or some people who work across various government entities. I'm talking about critical entity that the health, the security, and that of the education sector. But you are making below 150.
Okay.
Do deductible, everything, but you are making below 150. When you talk over, you decide to I think between 30 to 40 on each police may pay. The police are with us. You can ask, you can do your fact finding. You are a very good consumer investigative journalist. You can do your fact finding. They didn't stop there. They didn't stop there. He worked with the police authority on the issue of insurance scheme. So over almost over 5,000 police officers were being enrolled on a free insurance scheme policy. Today, police officers and their siblings and they are dependent. How you call this? Yeah, family are being enrolled on this insurance scheme. Are sent coming from their individual pocket. That money is being fought by the government. For that, I say kudos to the UFO police RG Gregory Coleman, for initiating cutting-edge reform for national police. He's one of the best police commissioner of police to have ever been given such a post in our history. Very youthful and very professional when it comes to the discharge of the fundamental duties.
Let's talk about the activities of the police since we're on rule of law. Across the country, there have been a series of protests, and the police have been you know, in fact, being at the forefront of some of these protestations. In fact, almost all of them, you see the police will be there, and demolition exercises carried out across the country as well. The police will be there. The most recent one, Josh, please come to studio. Josh, please come. The most recent one is the one in District Number 9, involving Representative Fred Foco, and the releasing of tear gas by the police. I mean, in a community where the demolition ongoing and what have you, and you see police releasing tear gas, is it the proper thing to be done, even though you're not a police officer, but your government?
The police,
George, please come.
the people who work, the officers who work, who protect life and property, they are humans.
Okay.
They have right to live, like all all other humans, like you and myself.
Okay.
The police went to perform fundamental duties at the level, I think, of go to town. What came on the discharge of fundamental duties? They were being confronted
by whom?
by higher thoughts from the angle of Representative Safoko, who will be retired at the ballot box 2029. That man will not be re-elected in that district. In fact, the people are furious with the man. You call the man a pathological liar. Nobody lie. At the level, nobody tells story at the level or lie at the level of the 55th legislature as compared to Safoko.
Okay.
In fact, the man in a district is liar. So the man went incited people to stone at the police. You look at one of the footage that is trending on the social media. You see a stone being thrown at the police officer back.
And it was
how the police to respond there with a proportion of
force. Who threw the stone?
Who
threw the stone?
Some of the toss.
So the police are there. They're there to protect life and property. Do you think tear gas, was the best option to have dispersed the crowd?
Yeah, that is another means of dispersing.
But you have
a very troublesome crowd. Man, you or disadvantage you were being recruited by Safoko because he wanted to score. He wanted to use that situation as an alibi, to score political goal.
In a community where you have,
so
residents.
The police response on the basis of the action of those talks. They started to trust at the police. Like I told you earlier, the police are human like ourselves. They deserve to live. You cannot go and put the police man life at risk.
Okay.
They say the man should get go scarf because you save them or you so people. No, the police men too need protection. So how the police responded with a proportional force with tear gas. But dispersing that crowd was a troublesome crowd. They were interfering. Wrongly interfering into the police operation. I'm not a security personnel.
Granted.
But the little I have learned, what I've read about securitism, it gave me clues, a bit of clues about police operation.
Okay.
So I think maybe I'll let you go to next because there are 20 issues.
Yeah, we'll come into that. We'll come to the next. Let's talk job creation under President Bouakai. President Bouakai told the Liberian people that 70,000 jobs have been created, and Mo Ali also elevated that, talking about keke riders, bag riders and Shushan boys. Those are jobs being created by the Unity Party. You from the Intellectual Bureau, I Are there 70,000 jobs being created by your government? Are Liberians really, the one having these 70,000 jobs? Where are the jobs?
The issue of job creation is a cumbersome thing. To get data on job creation is not an ordinary task.
Okay.
Very cumbersome. I think to get a comprehensive data, and Liberia is not immune to this.
But do you believe that 70,000 jobs have been created?
President Parker is not a liar.
Do you believe
the man is a semblance of integrity. Somebody who espouses high level integrity will always come to the public glare with truth-telling.
Do you believe that 70,000 jobs have been created?
Like I told you, President Parker is not a liar because he's the one who authored that statement.
But do you believe that 70,000 jobs have been created?
By hearing that, I'm telling you that President Parker is not a liar. That speaks volume. That I do believe.
You believe?
Yes.
70,000 jobs have been created.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to this. I believe you've seen this. Josh, please come to studio quickly, Josh. Let me play this for you. Let me upload this video so that you can see it, and then we'll talk about it. The issue of the appointment of President Bouaka, appointment of the new National Elections Commission chairperson. Okay, here is it. First of all, I want us to listen, watch it, and then we do our own analysis and.
Of the board. They swept the district of Salaye, they swept the district of Jozo, they swept the district of Bonjama, and swept the district of Kolahu. The only contest is in Foya, the flat barrel room, where the difference is about 3,000 difference between the both parties. That is it. In Bon County, which is another populated county, UP and CDC are at the top, neck to neck. It is assumed that at the end of the day, when all the districts are clean and the precincts are reported, UP will have a slight lead, according to the statistics we have. In the county of Bassa, UP and CDC are at the top in Grand Bassa. And in the county of Bomi, UP won a clear victory of more than 80% of the vote. In Cape Mount was the same. In the western county of Bapolo, UP has a clear lead, a comfortable lead in Bapolo. That is it. With more than 90% of the record of count, the 5,890 record of count across all the centers in Liberia available, 90% of it with the UP line. It is clear that the UP line will win a one-round victory.
Okay, it is clear that the UP alliance will win a one-round victory. All right, so this is a former commissioner at the National Elections Commission. His name is Jonathan K. Weeder, and he served from 2004 to 2020 as one of the commissioners and co-commissioner also. And then after that he left and he started to campaign. And during the elections, 2020 elections, you saw him releasing data predicting the results, the final results, even though NEC has now made her official pronouncement. First of all, what's your own take on the appointment by President Bouaka? What do you have to say?
President Bouaka or the integrity outcome made a resounding decision to appoint a consummate professional, not just a professional, but somebody who aspires high level of patriotism. In our electoral process, there's a man I'm talking about that have worked extensively at the Election Commission.
Okay.
Worked there for almost 2 decades, almost 20 years. They may serve at the echelons of the election commission. I'm helped to administer several elections in this country. That even gave Liberia that good credential as a country. There's a way to call United Party during the election, man.
The CPP?
No, not the
the
CPP, but with other party, man, or they just say in a fair value with Unity Party, you carry on consultancy. They will hire his friend will be hired. His international friend will be hired to carry on consultancy for the Unity Party.
Okay.
So they will only carry on a professional duty, and they did execute the duty very well. So for people to say he make utterance that made him to be conflicted, that when some of all who are proponents or truth telling come to the field, who say no, they meant utterance had nothing to do with compromising his neutrality. And firstly, there is nothing in our law that states that before you take up position and neck, you shouldn't be affiliated with any political party.
I'm still not getting this because the man in the video is Jonathan Weeder. Next to him on his right is the former election commissioner James Fomoya. So if you're saying to the Liberian people that what was happening there, he was giving. So the video is saying he's saying that in fact he was making projections. So I still don't clearly understand what you're driving at. Because we're talking about a man who served as one of the commissioners, and in fact, member and supporter of the Unity Party predicting results. Then now he's been appointed at that position. But you're saying that. So are you telling the Liberian people that he wasn't a member of the Unity Party when he was making those projections? Fasu?
He wasn't a member of the Unity Party, like I stated.
But he's from a party called Lano.
Yeah. He signed up membership himself. Some membership with Lano, funny member of Lano.
And Lano supported Unity Party in the second round.
Lano didn't play support the Unity Party. Lano remained neutral.
Okay.
And follow, but there's nothing in your law. There are now people that were appointed at NEC who holds or membership with other political party. Like one of the commissioners now, Tapla Rees contested on the first CDC ticket in one of the southeastern county.
Okay.
But then the very CDC appointed her when she was still holding membership with the CDC. But when she got appointed, I don't know whether she had written communication that she resigned or she stay holding a membership. But I'm told she put on her neutrality garment. Because you work and then you should be neutral. So this man, first we are blessed to have somebody who understands electioneering activity in the country at the hand of the election commission. Veteran Jonathan Weeder come to the fray with wealth of experience when
Granted.
it comes to running election in this country.
Granted.
He has spent almost 2 decades. That is in a small years for one to spend at the echelon of an institution, providing professional leadership. The very CDC today, they were at the commissioner when the CDC won the election. Well, why they didn't use his quote unquote alarm? But then with the United Party that they say they met took a membership with the United Party to try the election results, thereby promoting chaos in the country. But then, as a peace-loving person, as somebody who believes in the tenets of democracy, that the playboy democracy should be displayed at all times. This man ensure a level playing field at 2017. He oversee critical role in the election. The issue of logistics. You guys need a different role, logistics personnel, recruiting personnel at the election commission. He oversee that, and he performed diligently. So we are blessed to have somebody with a very good credential at the head of the National
Should his
Election Commission.
appointment be the justification that the CDC had Tipler Reeves as one of the commissioners? So President Bwakatu should appoint the appointment of Jonathan Widow. I mean, should be of no issue. Should that be a justification for the appointment?
The appointment of Jonathan Widow.
Should that be a justification?
No, it's yeah. But I want you to. You are a journalist. I want you to call one person in the country that had no attachment with any political institution.
Fasu,
I said the only person that had no attachment with political institution is come Jesus or come Muhammad.
Fasu,
come Prophet Muhammad.
Fasu, the question is, should that be a justification? Because this has been an argument now that because CDC had Tipler Reeves there, who contested in Riverside County, now she was appointed. So it shouldn't be an issue if President Bwaka, appoints somebody from within the Unity Party to spearhead that institution, especially the institution that has to do with our electoral process.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be an issue.
President Bwaka is somebody who have worth of experience, in-depth understanding about leadership in this country. Because he has worked, like I told you, at different level, at top level in our governance system. This man won for our liberal democratic credential to remain highly respected as it is now in the sub-region and by and large the international community.
Who the man? President Bwaka?
Yeah, President Bwaka. So that's the reason why he appointed somebody who will exhibit high level of neutrality, because neutrality is new to this man. It's more into this man. This man has exhibited neutrality at the election commission during his over 16 years stay at the commission.
During his over 16 years stay.
Yeah.
2023 election results have not come, but he already predicted that the Unity Party Alliance would have won a one-round victory, even though it did not happen and NEC have not released the official result. How did he then come up with the conclusion? And today he's been appointed that he's coming under serious criticism. Do you trust his leadership? I mean, his judgment in 2029, if we were to go to elections in 2029, do you trust his results that will come out?
Yeah, the man exhibited neutrality before in several elections. They came up with results that reached the aspiration of Liberians. Even the international community was highly impressed with the election result. There was no hollow battle, no chaos. The country was peaceful during that time. So this man is going to exhibit scene at the election commission. You can watch and show the election in this country that will be supervised by the veteran Jonathan Widow will be free of biases. What would have been your thought
What would have been your thought if President Parker had taken somebody from the opposition community? For example, President Parker had taken somebody from ANC or CDC to serve. What would you have said? Would you, welcome the appointment?
So that where the hypocritical, posture will come in.
Okay.
No naysayer or those oppositions that have nothing substantive against the result-oriented government.
Okay.
I'm talking about the UP-led government. That's the time now they will praise their own. In fact, they will take ownership of their own.
The question is for you.
They will take ownership. So that tells you that almost everybody in Liberia, in terms of election, in terms of link to political party, is conflicted. Almost everybody in Liberia is conflicted in terms of being linked to political party. One of the other people get attachment. But when you ascend a certain level, all the public want for you is neutrality. And this man was annexed. He exhibited high level of professionalism. And that gave him accolade. It gave him high admiration from both within and external, within from Liberians and the international communities.
The question is, would you have congratulated President Bouakai? Would you have celebrated this appointment?
Yeah, but if you are
coming
to
from the ANC or the unity or the CDC, would you have, had any issue with it?
The higher thing, appointing somebody from whatever political party, the person should come to the position or to the free.
Would you have
with the requisite credential?
Would you have
with requisite credential, the requisite qualification, or the person who possess that leadership charisma? Anybody appoint, I won't have issue.
Okay.
But they see people from the first CDC that dread they country image into the ambit of backwardness. They are criticizing the man because out of hypocrisy.
Between they hate the man, they hate Jonathan Wheeler?
No, because they don't want people who are principal minded to be at the head of leadership in this country. And Jonathan Wheeler is somebody who is principal minded. There's a man who has stood the test of time who have to craft our blossoming democracy. You cannot tell a progenitor of your blossoming democracy the man should step aside when the man still possess the will withal and the charisma to run your election hall. Jonathan Wheeler is a consummate professional. I believe he will turn things around our election because he believes in the theory of inclusivity. Bring everybody on board.
You're listening to the Kear Morning Show here on 95.9. My guest is Fasu Kroma, the chairperson of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau, and we're talking national issues this morning. Fasu, let me take you to the bread and butter issues. First of all, let me start with petroleum product on the market, gasoline. Back then in 2018, 2019, the issue of gasoline under the CDC government was, it was a serious challenge. The price of gasoline increased. People stood online just to get gasoline, went far distances to get it. Now, then according to the CDC, then it was because of global crisis, the war in Iran, or Ukraine, and that of Russia and what have you. Now, there seems to be a shortage of petroleum products on the market. But your managing director at LPRC told the Liberian people that there's enough in storage in terms of petroleum products. But the prices continue to increase. Yesterday, I bought gas $5.09. Then it was $4.87. The price that the Commerce Ministry came up with. Why is it that it is $4? It was $4.87, but now it's gone up, and then we have petroleum enough in storage. Why is the price continuing? Going up?
There's an ongoing crisis in the Middle East.
Okay.
As you may be aware, the Middle East holds significant amount of petroleum that we consume. Oh, the whole approximately about 30%. They produce about 30% of the petroleum product that we consume. So that tells you the significant importance of the region when it comes to the petroleum market. And there's an ongoing conflict there. So what you expect as a country, you are just a mere consumer. Liberia, like other countries, are just mere consumer. You are not producing petroleum product. And these people export petrol, they are exporting petroleum product to you. Now they are going to crash. The entire region is going to crash. I think there are about 13 countries in number in the Middle East. They are going through crisis. So what you expect, you consumer country, you will expect shock in the market.
But even at that, LPRC must have told Liberians that there's enough in storage that even the crisis in the Middle East will not affect, the country, will not affect Liberia. But it seems to be the contrary to what he said.
First, let me say bravo to the integrity outcome President Baka for appointing not just a youthful managing director, but somebody who understands the rudimentaries of the LPRC. Because you worked there before at a top level, now at the managerial, something level, at top level there, you understand that sector. And I say kudos to him for initiating cutting-edge reforms or transformation at the LPRC. A lot of people that come to the fray to the discourse with truth telling. That man is a representation, is an embodiment of truth telling. I'm talking about SGA must dwell. Why here is counterpart the comment ministry continue to do to update you and me. I think it show leadership. They show fairness. Do your statistics. Countries around the world today are facing similar shock when it comes to the issue of petroleum. Liberia is now immune to this. Liberia is not the only country to this. In fact, petroleum is being sold at a higher level in other countries as compared to Liberia. We still maintaining a little level, lower price, even though we are a mere consumer. But because of leadership on the part of the LPRC in consonant with the comment ministry, today you are seeing the availability of petroleum product on the market.
If it is available,
I think I saw a footage from a country where there's a shortage of jet fuel in Nepal. Can you imagine Nepal? Went there in Asia. Nepal sandwich between China, India, and other countries where they get a higher mountain, the Himalayas mountain. There's a shortage of jet fuel. Do you know the aviation sector of that country is being crippled as a result of this shock? So we are thankful that we still seeing petroleum product in other countries than Nepal, because jet fuel is part of petroleum product. So they are experiencing shortage of the product, while on your market you are still seeing the availability. During the first CDC time, I'm talking about the CDC that drag this country into total backwardness, into the pit of backwardness. During that time, people need to stay in long queue. I must say, I nearly slept at petroleum station just to buy half gallon of gas.
During the
power mission, during the first CDC time. And during that time, while I was taking place, I think the particular incident of you need to Liberia. Because of lack of leadership in the part of the CDC, Liberia, we ran out of petroleum product during the first CDC time. Lack of leadership. Now, on the United Party the government, there's a crisis in one of the regions that produce huge percentage of the petroleum product consume. Over 30% come from here from the Middle East. And now these places are in shock, they are in crisis. So you experience difficulty.
Okay.
When it comes to acquiring a or the price.
But back then,
the price of the product to get the product from the Middle East, yeah, because as you learn now, Iran is taking money from ship before you pass through. And the ship shouldn't be linked to certain country. So the people are business people, they cannot incur such expensive. Then you mere consumer, because we like when we are mere consumer, then you say, oh, after the people going through such expensive, they should forget about the expensive and still sell the product cheap to know.
But
so there will be others. So the product is still available, and the availability of the product on the Liberian market is big volume.
But then the
of
price,
able leadership on the part of LG.
But the price released by the Minister of Commerce
is
$4.87.
Yeah.
How come if it is $4.87, how come now it's gone to $5.09?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Is it a new price from the because
there's a new price?
There not been an official price. It's not been released. It's still $4.87 that I know of.
Yeah.
It's still. I mean, but I'm not seeing any new price from the Ministry of Commerce.
No, but I saw there's a circular they issue I think on Friday or yesterday. Between Thursday and Saturday. There was a circular that they issued, John circular.
Okay.
Because the LPRC were with the Commerce Ministry for pricing of petroleum products when it comes to pricing. So they came up with a new price.
So why is it now that it's going up when we have, enough in storage?
No, but you have enough in storage. You have the higher thing, the thing should be available on your market.
Yeah, because it's still there.
Because when you run out of petroleum, it will be a catastrophic moment for your country.
So the only way we will not run out of it is to increase the price?
No, not that. The importer, they are incurring huge expenses to import the product into the market. They are still bringing a product, but they are incurring huge expenses. They're paying more than years. Yes. Because there's a common economic thing. More people are pulling in for the product now because most of the countries are more the top producing countries are in a crisis.
Okay.
Yeah, they are in a crisis. That they are more the top producing country when it comes to petroleum. So the other countries are producing, they don't have enough to supply the world. So they give you a small. So when you go buy small and I say, my man, you come here printing. I say I get more customers will increase the price. So that on that basis, the price are being increased. So the importers too will depend on you, the consumer, you that go buy, the end user, to get a profit.
But you're attributing now this whole shortage or the increase in the price of petroleum to the crisis in the Middle East. But the CDC then also attributed it to the war between Ukraine and Russia. And they came on a serious criticism that it wasn't. So why is it now that Iran is the cause? Because of the war in Iran, that we have this issue is a global issue. When the CDC also said it was a global issue, and you criticized it, you said no, it wasn't true. But now you're attributing your own to the war in Iran.
The CDC, firstly, bulk of our products, our petroleum products, ain't coming from Ukraine or neither Russia.
Okay.
Bulk of you're coming from some of the Middle Eastern countries.
But the war in Ukraine,
it had no bearing at the time.
It had the globe.
It affected the globe, but now with the petrol or gasoline and fuel.
Okay.
Maybe when you're talking about cooking gas, because Russia and Ukraine they produce some of the
cooking gas.
higher cooking they produce cooking gas in huge quantity. Yeah, in huge amount is supplied to the world market.
Okay.
So it was as a result of leadership in attitude that caused the shortage of petroleum product on the market during the first CDC time.
Okay.
It wasn't as a result of shortage of the product on the globe. No, the other countries are still having the product in surplus. When in Liberia we're experiencing or shock when it comes to the product. So that is so the reason why the Liberian people booted are in number. Okay. And they won't come back on the 2080.
Pastor, let's move forward. We'll go to the last shortly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Representative Yeke Koluba a bit. This is a man who supported the Unity Party and brought this government to power. He contributed immensely.
Yeah.
His campaign, crippled the CDC. He was very vocal on the past regime. Today, your government, your administration, has gone against him. Totally gone against him. You've called him all sort of names because of his consistency, because of the way he goes about, critiquing the government. What do you say now that there's this news that he should be impeached, he should be expelled from the House of Representatives? Do you support the impeachment of Representative Yeke Koluba, the United Party Intellectual Bureau? Do you support this expulsion of Representative Koluba?
For me, anybody that bring public service to disrepute, I support their exit from public service.
Say again.
Anybody that bring public service to disrepute, I support their exit. Yeke Koluba is a nuisance when it comes to public service in this country. They may bring no substantive issue to the discourse.
They say now or before you came to power.
They may bring no substantive issue to the discourse.
Did you when did you realize this?
For me, even though during that time we were fronting for support, for everybody, I think listen to the president because when you want something, you gotta submit yourself. Because vote, there is no uneducated vote or educated vote. No, all vote are vote. All vote carry the same numerical strength. So the person who wanted vote at the time. So
he wanted vote. So
yeah.
So
Yeke Koluba, it is true he played a pivotal role. Now, I no even hear about that. But very, very, very significant when it comes to the election of the unity that usher in the Unity Party. I must say kudos to him. But that doesn't mean that because after we are ascend to the reign of the presidency, you should come and desecrate the sacred seat of District 10 of the 55th legislature. So why Yeke Koluba have been doing? Have been desecrating the 55th legislature. Firstly, by making an outlandish statement that he had no proof of that the issue of the place there in person. The place there in question is owned by Guinea. Do you know your action towards the territorial integrity of Liberia? You are undermining the territorial integrity of Liberia. In fact, you are showcased to the world in Liberia now. You don't even deserve to be in Liberia. Firstly, as a public servant, in critical time of your country history, there is a time for you to put idea together to see our best to help de-escalate the tension. For you to make outlandish statement that have the proclivity to sow seed of diplomatic or disunity between Liberia and Guinea, where thereby promoting or tension. It have the means of causing huge chaos in between the two countries.
I want you to listen to
countries. So such a man doesn't deserve to be at the 55th legislature.
I want you to listen to this clip. I wanted to upload the video, but I can't do. I don't have it. But I want you to listen to the clip. That Representative Koluba told the people of District Number 10 in a church that if you don't want me to go against or to criticize President WEAH, the mayor won't be president, you don't vote for me now. And then just listen to it, then we'll talk again. I'm allowed.
the person that you made president, don't vote for me. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. I don't want to vote. Because when you vote for me, when they do wrong and the way we are doing wrong, the one that will get it and that's what you're
This is Yeke Koluba in 2023 talking to members of the Unity Party, those who wanted to, who supported the government to come into power. He told you then, including you, the intellectual bureau, that all of you who want, me to, you want vote for me, to move WEAH. You vote for me, I will do this to the mayor. You want me to do it, you don't vote for me. But you still went on, you voted Yeke Koluba. What's it? He made those statements. Didn't you see anything, wrong with that then? But now that you're saying he's a nuisance to the national leadership.
Like I told you during my intro, your widely listened to platform that cut across the globe. That we were looking for vote.
So you need
looking for support.
And now you don't need vote.
Yeah, we still need vote. But Yeke Koluba was an ally to us. No even A about that.
Okay.
He played invaluable role to bring the government, the result-driven government, to power. But that doesn't also give him a right to make outlandish statement without no bearing, no semblance or truth associated with it against the government. They gain the right to speak. But certain statement you made as a lawmaker, you have to account for it. And that's the reason why his colleague are calling on him to account for the statement he made.
So do you support that?
Like I told you,
do you support his impeachment?
Anybody that bring public service to this repeal, I support their removal.
Do you support President Koluba's
impeachment? Yeke Koluba has brought the 55th legislature to public this repeal by and large public service.
Therefore,
so in this leg, Fasu that believe in truth theory, I consider myself as a proponent of speaking truth to power or unwavering truth to power. I support Yeke Koluba as if on the place.
He supports
God is a nuisance to public service.
Let's go to the lines.
He brings no substance.
Let's go to the lines and take course on the show, the Kear Morning Show. Fasu Kruma is the chairperson of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau. We talk corruption, rule of law, job creation, and the National Elections Commission. Poker Robert is he went off 0777 959 959. We'll take your course on 0777 959 959 081 871-670. Poker Roberts is on the line. Come on, Poker, welcome.
Oh, thank you, my dear brother Jeff, and thanks also for the work that you always do for Latin people in general. And thanks also to your studio guys, and for the recognitions for the public and Poker Robert, and I join you this morning for our unknown destinations. We'll come to the disco sometime, brother Jeff, but we'll come to the disco for it to electing the minds of our listeners. And also to bring the conscience that is into all to build the public. But what my brother just exhibited just now, he brought the entire Unity Party and the social broadcast himself to public education. He brought them to public dispute. He brought them to the level of BFE coders who they because they want to vote. But the major state repeatedly because we want to vote, so we could say we are in sin. We want to vote, so we could say we are in no more, we are not no more. Because we want to vote, so we could say we are, it is wrong. It's very wrong. Mr. Brocker, because you want to vote yesterday, or Mr. Yeke Koluba was behaving good. What you know he was behaving bad. He was insulting, he was behaving in the sick for a manner, but because you know you want to vote, so you were what? You were appreciating him. That's what my brother just stated. So that I want to get it from the forward. But not the same much. The public will be the job concerning the how to call it the audience. I mean the authority, not audience, but the authority for our brother. The public will be the judge. But which Unity Party will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Poka Robert. Let's go to the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Paco.
Yes, thank also my Paco, you get about the last of you.
Let's hear you. Your chairman is here.
Good morning, Honorable Chairman.
Yeah, good morning, Paco. Intellectual Paco.
Thank you so much to my chair. Yes, Chairman, for everything. You see, let me come to the petrol first. The power government and their government. You cannot do call the comparison for the property Middle East, but nobody in the Kear. I think my chairman's for only.
But the price is going up.
It's going up by a minimum. That pay.
Oh, instead of it coming down, it's going up. They say a minimum, Paco.
I wait. I don't know how to come to work. Yeah.
You say you pay how much?
$100 they want about Fiamma to town.
And the money still paying, eh?
But before you pay one pay. They're going on. You get the idea. Nobody in the queue cannot in there.
Okay.
Nobody fighting for petrol. And Germans for all jacket. You see what jacket did to the country? The poor arm, I was saying what to the poor in the world. That they get you roll a jacket for after we finish it.
So yesterday jacket was good.
Yeah, now we have on KFM just show. I feel something that got them on the back corner. They were not able to run for a bottle.
Okay.
But there's a quality there, but you cannot sell your country price to different country.
Okay.
So, Chairman, everything Chairman talking about, everything all around.
Okay.
And the government, one of the government was afraid to report around. So, do ever cook on the Chairman, thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, Paco. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yes, your name, where you call from?
Yeah, this is someone calling you from Sakuya, the Gibbon Freeway.
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, my brother in studio, and Fatu Kluman, Ben Mansion, brother from District 14, Clareton. So I want to say thank you for your articulation this morning, but I want to disagree with you on so many things. You are just in studio there, Fatu Kluman. You talk about the CDC being dishonored and also being not credible into their leadership doing their day yesterday. And today, the same crisis that the people face, it is the same crisis today is ongoing in your regime. But you will not be able to solve the problem when Amos 12 because you will address issues that is inconsistent. And then you see that CDC are not being competent because of being their competency. This is how they were not able to manage the affairs of the state. And you just talk about Yeke Koruba again. You say the president said you will need a vote. This is how you people were able to impress, impress on Yeke Koruba issue, everything he was doing into this country. And today now, Yeke Koruba are making statements that is not in the interest of the country, but you see that Yeke Koruba should be given access in the legislature. So what are you have as a person who has the charisma and the pedigree you think you have as a unity party to address the gas price and other issue into the country, the bread butter issue? I want you to come to the let's say to the disco now and tell us why will be the way forward. The Liberians are suffering. So what you think you have as a chairperson of the unity party intellectual bureau to help the Liberian at this time, the date ahead of us? Okay. We can learn from you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kerry.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to the chairman. Chairman Fast today is Josiah for me from around the Kogatan Peace Island Belt, Commonwealth Call 514. Members of the Unity Party in the Electoral Bureau.
Go ahead.
Let me say thank you, Chairman, for expanding on critical national issues and making some salient points. Let me start with the appointment of the election commissions, like he rightly said. No. Opposition will the oppositions. Even if you brought the injustice and you appoint the injustice, the opposition will always cry. We get a seat to remove the oppositions. When the electoral brothers were appointed, the Union Party will raise concern. Kevlar Reeves, who contest on CDC ticket in the process, will raise concern. And we saw their role played. We saw the neutrality. It's not about the neutrality in terms of handling the issue. That's what I say.
Okay.
That's one. And the Kevin has been elected. He is qualified and competent to serve the positions. I challenge anybody to bring documents
But they may hold a card. It's a card, very member of a unity party. I want to see that particular people that produce that particular card.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Good morning, Spencer Mohammed.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Propo Corner, down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter Community. Mr. Jeff, thank you very much. Jeff, I think my brother from the UP Intellectual Bureau, he spoke like a left-wing lunatic. He's not, yes, he spoke like a left-wing lunatic who is not concerned of what is happening in our country. But let me remind him, Fasu, I'm Spencer Mohammed. Fasu, what is the meaning of rescue? Rescue means to do what the predecessor did, to do it better than him. If you come here, yesterday, you criticize President WEAH of appointing Nwabuki Wabodiki, and he was denied. Then your war room specialist, who is on tape, to say the man is competent, how can you reconcile your statement, Mr. Fasu? You claim that John Newman Bwaka is an integrity icon. You criticize President WEAH of building Candamunia, Fasu. How can you reconcile your statement with that of the presidential villa in Lopa Kante and the 5-story building that has been built in rehab John Bwaka in Neldo? How do you reconcile that?
30 seconds.
How do you reconcile that? Why did you guys get to the party with never lies and continue the lies of the people? Look, Fasu, Russia is the second largest oil producing country in the world. Anything that affects them affects them in the West. Then you come here today. Yeah, just a minute. Fasu, people still in land, but we did not buy gas for $5.
Thank you, thank you, Spencer. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Please walk away from the monitor.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Thomas, you're calling from Kear.
Go ahead, Thomas.
I listened to your studio guest, and I admire you questioning now that Yeke is no more good for your government because he's opposing you. You know, a different imagination of the Unity Party coming up to say such a thing against what they call it, Yeke Kolba. Yeke Kolba last was instructing the government he embraced it. He just needs to believe that the Unity Party are a group of people who argument very low. Why would you agree with that kind of thing, my brother? Telling the world that you get told about at the time we whatever you use for that purpose. Can you convince anybody for that one? No. You say that I beg you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, morning, bro. JFS Kear, I'm calling from Labasi West Point.
Welcome, Kear.
You know, your studio guest, he just struggling to defend his government. The guy, they are full of lies and deception. Everything he said is still in contradicting himself. That first they come to the National Election Commission. This guy is a surrogate of the Unity Party. He's a Unity Party. This guy make a statement in the election that the Unity Party won the first round of the election. They won the election. At the end of the day, when the NEC announced, CDC won the first round of the election. That shows that the guy is incompetent and he cannot lead up. The Senate will not confirm that guy. Then I come to the issue of gas in the country. At the CDC time, there was coronavirus all around the world, and there was the Russia and Ukraine war. And at that time, the government said that gas price cannot go. The gas was $7.50. And those who bring gas in the country, they say that gas price should go. And the government stand by their word and said it will not be affected. For that reason, those guys who say the gas are high the gas. But we were still going. You never talk about availability. What you call availability? The word availability is not available. And since the time gas was available, people were waiting for one person or another, and the gas price remains stable. That kind of a Unity Party government. The Unity Party government, when they criticize CDC, and they said that it was not because of the war crisis, so for that reason, the government should be able to do something. And now we come to the government. You were talking about international crisis, and I challenge that guy in studio. Jeff, if me that guy can go to studio for debate, I challenge him.
La prière est dans le Walla, la prière est dans le Walla, c'est à challenge. Even now, Gambia, to the recent Gambia subsidized, the government subsidized for SLS to get 4 million to the import so that they can be able to maintain the gas price. What is the government doing? Now we are buying gas $950 fuel is cost $2,000 to $1,225. What the government is doing? Then you can set a student and travel to conclude. They don't call about kids. When you don't call about installing the CDC, criticizing the CDC, and doing all the unit party people hearing. You think you are the best lawmaker. Then now that God said in CEO, he said, because one of four, that guy's a liar. The government failed, the government is apt and they get protected. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff. Let's take Masisi. Masisi, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, son, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Let me say hi to your studio guest this morning. This is my artistic studio guest. I'm calling from Carrollton, the Pro Defender Chair. The first thing I want to ask your studio guest, are they paying you now for that intellectual bureau at the Unity Party? I want to ask a question. Why? Because when they said to the Pro Defender that they were paying, Jawad Johnson will have $2 million in the budget. He was like the Liberia. So are they paying him now? First of all, I thought to ask. Secondly, you ask him a lot of questions and he doesn't know question. Look. Social for lies and they bring lies to power. So today, what in them? They say they were protest in this country. The first thing they will get the power, the first thing they play protest against your administration. They say we are so safe. Daniel, they say they come out in the hot time, in the hot time. And they gather people together, what at the airport to go protest that we have to come down. A lot of time in the hot of business, a lot of time. They say you never imagine the people say, oh, the protest is safe now in your administration. That's how you lie in the opposite. That's how you lie in the wheelchair. That's how you go. The message you get job. So 70,000 jobs on Liberia as a youth. So then your boss are telling us that there's no job for the youth. They must create job for the youth. He's not saying that. In your meeting. He's not saying in your meeting what a job you created. You say the food will be available for the people. We're going to make better and make profit. So then we are stopping it. We are feeling the fees. Our tuition 30% in the sea. 34 in the sea. What are you saying? What you telling on now, my brother? You laugh too much. You laugh when you tell them, man, that mean not anything. That mean nothing. That man protest for you. He called you here for you and all of this. And you are putting in this. That you feel it. So then you feel it now. You are putting out the legislature. You fucking lie. You for a bunch of criminal and so forth.
Thank you, Masisi. Thank you, Masisi. Let's take Jerry P. Jara from the CDC. Jerry, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Jefferson. Let me say good morning to the listening audience. I call you from the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change.
Go ahead.
To be precise, I'm currently around the Sagomo tree.
Okay.
And Jefferson, it's just quite unfortunate to see the citizens of our country want to politicize everything in the country, right? You cannot keep supporting a man that criticized George WEAH building home today opposite old house. He's building mansion there. Now it's good. The case of Unity Party right now and 8 citizens, like you approach the woman before, he tells you, oh, you are a rich guy, you are there. Now you get a woman now. To maintain a woman now is quite unfortunate that you cannot make it. These people, and it's a shame. And they are also a disgrace to our generation. Yesterday, he criticized people and come and do the same thing. To the issue of the gas thing in this country, like I said all the time, the government is exploiting people. Because you told us the other day that goods is here. Yeah, we got everything here, right? But in less of a sudden, you say, oh, there's a war between Iraq and America. In less of a sudden, gas price go up. How can you reconcile that? These guys are called and say, oh, rescue intellectual bureau. They are not. They are lying bureau for the rescue mission because they just lying to the people, and the people know them down. 2029, we're going back to the people now to tell them they don't know what to do. But my advice to them, you need to stop lying, stop supporting criminals that are in government, and not doing anything for the country. When we say these things, there is a sedition, they are enemy of the state. You are the worst enemy because you lie to the people, you cajole them, and you do the Liberian people today. You have caught all you get in studio now, you're struggling to defend your lies. But the people know you that you are a liar. But one word, George WEAH will be back in 2029.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Derek. Let's go to good morning.
Good afternoon. How you doing, my brother? How's your weekend?
I'm okay. Welcome, bro.
Yeah, say hi to the studio guys there. But I just want to bring some enlightenment on. Everybody is complaining on the guy is lying, this guy and whatever. Yeah, that's what you believe, you understand? And I want for everybody to take this as a key point. We are all youth coming up, you understand? We all need to see how best to establish our own thing and forget about this man making politics issue, man. This thing will actually carry us backward instead of us progressing. We have the vision. Look at the amount of youth that are in Liberia today, they are jobless. You think if they have that mindset of establishing their own thing, you're going to be complaining on government? No.
But sometimes the avenue have to be created so that young people can be able to do something.
Exactly. Look at the trade. Now, everybody don't need to work and own BSc. You have to get your own trade, bro. Get your trade and then focus on your trade and forge ahead. Establish something for yourself and forget about you going into government politics, design, whatever, bro. That's what actually carrying Liberia backward. You understand? We're actually going backward today because everybody want government job. Hello, government. Government say if you think you establish your own business, doing your own thing, government will come to you and try to collect money from you rather than they city ask you to come and support them. But everybody just focusing on this government politics issue and it carry Liberia backwards, brother. So we all need to focus, bro. Have a good day, yeah?
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this. Let's come back to Liberia. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I represent the concerned Liberian for justice. I'm the common board chairman.
And what is your name?
Let me not chairman, because I speak for them.
And what is your name?
My name is T1P Willie. I joined from Soviet, the chauffeur.
Okay, Willie, go ahead.
That Liberian which is still is doing discredit for himself.
He went off. You went off. I didn't cut you off. But let me get this person. Welcome.
Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to you and good morning to our dynamic chair in studio.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. That is cool. William Covey, and I joined this conversation from this committee as a member of the United Party in the Bureau.
Welcome, Will.
Thank you. Jeff, he baffles me a lot when I hear, the same people who on the horse part today criticized Yeke yesterday, call Yeke a madman, a crazy man, that today they believe in Yeke now. So, for me, when they call and want to lie at our chairman, a session against Yeke and want you to present our chairman as a liar, who is the most liar here? You said yesterday that Yeke was crazy. Why now today in son? Today, some of them have even changed their name now to put Yeke on and Lady Yeke. And that Lady Yeke were the one I was calling Yeke crazy man yesterday on all of their platforms that she used to call on. But today she called her Lady Yeke.
But when you celebrated Yeke yesterday, today Yeke to now you don't believe in Yeke.
Okay, very good. I like the questions you asked, right? So it's just like probably all of them I call you, did not ask the same question that you people call Yeke crazy man yesterday. Why not today in sound to yours? But for me, I'm going to answer to your question. Look, yesterday the United Party supported Yeke as right of decision or action taken against the government yesterday. Reason was the government of yesterday was coming down on free speech. They infringed on Yeke right. Even in session, Yeke were denied from representing the people of district number 10. Every time he raises his hands up, he was denied in session by Bobo Chimo because Bobo had received information or order or instruction from the government that did not ever allow Yeke to speak in session. Because of that, Yeke was aggravated. So because of that, Yeke was, angry. So we thought that was a way of expressing his anger and his dissatisfaction or his disenchantment to the government. But today, my brother, yourself, you can attest to it that Yeke can raise his hand all 5 times in session. He's allowed to speak 5 times. He's allowed to address the people of this.
Well, let me ask you before you leave the line quickly. Yeke had complained that he has not received his district development funds since 2024. He has not received it. Liz has refused to carry out project in his district. his constituents, in fact, they are complaining on him. He has raised this in plenary as well, but still nothing has been done. And today, now they want him expelled. Do you support his expulsion?
Okay, very good. When it comes to his suspension or his expulsion, on a serious note, as a Liberian, I support it 1,000,000%. Reason is, you can oath to protect and defend the constitution in this land called Republic of Liberia. Before any lawmaker can take office, you are under the mandate to take a sudden oath to protect it.
Thank you. You support that. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is WEAH. I'm a member of the United Party Intellectual Bureau.
Go ahead, WEAH.
And let me say good morning to my ever-potent and dynamic chairman and president of Fasu Proman.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
He spoke very well, actually. But to just add up to what he has said on some issues, number one, it has to do with the issue of job creation. I want you to go back and play that clip. The president did not say he has provided 70,000 jobs. I mean, 70,000 employment. The president said that the issue of job creation remains a major priority for my government. But meanwhile, at the same time, we have created over 70,000 short-term and medium-term jobs. That's the key line that should be underscored.
Where are those jobs?
Short-term and medium-term jobs, my brother. You ain't asking where are the jobs?
Yeah.
Short-term job could be for 2 weeks. It could be for 1 month. Medium-term could be for 1 year. So it's not employment.
Okay.
On the second issue of Jonathan WEAH, I see the opposition running around and making empty threats, and we are not bothered about that, my brother. The thing is, the issue of neutrality to be erased in the first place. Because even you as a journalist in that studio, you have a side. On the day of election, you go and vote. So it does not make you neutral when it comes to politics.
So my vote, I will not sit on this radio. Should I sit on the radio, in fact, and declare my support for Unity Party, and then if the party wins, then I get job? Do you think it's prudent to do that?
No, but that was not the case. That was not the case.
This man was he predicted the results prior, even before NEC chairperson David Etta Brown has then declared the Unity Party winner. He said, in fact, you won already 1 round.
Yeah, because that was a piece of job that he was doing.
But which did not, which the Unity Party
that was a piece of job.
Victory.
But my brother, this man come with high level of integrity, with experience to their job.
Agree.
Doing the CDC regime. What was it not job where that appointed David Etta Brown Lasana?
Is that a justification to the appointment?
Oh, no, but I'm just telling you that president do appointments.
Is that a justification?
That can be justification.
Okay. Thank you. You made a point. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. I'm Snonseo. I joined the conversation from District 17.
Welcome, Snonseo.
You see, the Unity Party-led government is a huge disappointment to the people of Liberia. And the intellectual bureau, the so-called intellectual bureau, is not a help to them. In the past, we had the pro-code defenders here, and people cried they were not loyal to the state. I think this intellectual bureau is very disloyal, to Liberia. They prefer the regime and then the issues that matter to Liberians. Look at the economy today. Look at the economy from 2023. Now we are in 2026. Do a comparison. Do a comparative analysis, and you see the hardship. Serious hardship that Liberians are faced with currently, but and people, we have family members in this country that are feeling the effects, of bad governance, but they will still come to the public and try to justify on the issue of Yeke. The only reason, and I like what you did, you play the tape in 2023 when Yeke told them that if you are voting for me to think that I'm not going to criticize the person that you elect as president of the country, do not vote for me. What did they do? They took into district number 6 and they voted Yeke overwhelmingly because why? At the time, Yeke was insulting the former president. He was doing this and he was doing that. It was at their benefit, so they supported him at the time. Fast forward to today, Yeke is pushing an issue on behalf of the Liberian people, serious issue, when the government could not protect our own sovereignty. Now they want to divert attention from their own failure to Yeke combat. These people are not serious in this country. is Yeke to blame for foreign or foreign government and encroaching on the land of Liberia? When you in the first place should have had security personnel posted over there to protect our own community. You did not do that. You could not do that. But today you want to shift attention, from your own failure, your own ineptitude to Yeke. But it does not suffice. It does not hold water. So you see, the Unity Party, they have to improve. They still have time to improve. For some of us who still, some of the things that we heard in 2023, and the sophistication and the solutions and what have you, all of those things that they have to bring it to the table. That's the only way Liberians will respect them. But for now, if you make a comparative analysis, right now Liberians, people will not go for the Unity Party in 2029, and they have to be.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thanks for that one.
No, Paco. No. There are too many people on the line. We can't keep taking you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yes, I'm okay. I mean, where you join us from?
I'm Lawrence Spencer, and I join you from the headquarters of the Autonomous National Congress this morning.
Welcome, Lawrence.
Sometimes when we sit in our corner and listen to the so-called intellectuals from the Unity Party, we wonder what kind of intellectual are they. I listen to my man while going to BN saying the fact that nobody is neutral in politics, so we should take a well-known, entrenched, and unapologetic Unity partisan to put into our election halls. But how the world can somebody like while going to BN be taken seriously as an intellectual? I've seen that read section 2.5 of the National Election Law of this country that talks about neutrality. I mean, those who crafted the law, you think they didn't have sense to know that in actual sense, nobody is 100%. I mean, when he said, is free of some level of emotion. But the thing is, you cannot come to the public there and display your arrogance that, yeah, I'm a well-known partisan of this party, and we say, Adebayo, you be elected appointed as election commissioner, will clap for you. No, the opposition will not take that. And somebody say that ended there. Watch and see. Because the president of this country has shown that he does not respect the ordinary people. He does not respect the Constitution. That's why he has urinated all of our laws. So if this appointment hold by any means, if any outcome comes from the election that does not reflect the will of the people, the election will not be accepted, and Baba will not be president of this country. Will not be an election can take that to the bank, including my man Fasi Kuma, I've been eating the intellectual bureau money, some of the police have been crying, I used to talking all kinds of things. But let me say this quickly about the Yeke issue, right? Look, Yeke Koluba will not be removed from our house.
Okay. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Once again, I flip off the line. This is the common with chairman. Like I was saying,
just 30 seconds.
Yes. No, I ain't talk. I ain't introduce myself and I flip off your line.
Yeah, before you gotta go back quickly. Hurry up.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me get you spicy quickly. Like, I don't know where the guy got his data from. He was just spewing things out. But what I know, this Joseph Boakai government is a mimicry of the dictatorial past that brought untold suffering to our people. When you walk the street today, you see the faces of people, you see what we refer to as economic quagmire and economic conundrum. Liberia have been driving into active poverty. We are going into untold suffering. We go into economic destitute. And this destitution was imposed upon us by the misleadership and the bad governance style of, the last remaining, element of the two-wing party. Data are there. If you go to NAMO report, Eli Jaro, to give us report on his government. If it is the American government, the embassy release report on its government. The State Department, business climate. In fact, it was so damning. They said in 2023, job creation was at 100, and this government took it to 9. Those are facts. You are journalists, you can check it. So I don't know where the 70,000, President Boakai came over, and that guy who's this genius Liberian is defending. I know where they came from with that set of data.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me say good morning to you and good morning to the studio guests.
Good morning.
This is Antonio Pada. I join you from District 4 as member of the Legislative Party Intellectual Bureau.
Welcome.
So, thank you. Look, let's be clear. And I must appreciate our chairman for saying everything. There's nothing you would have said more than what he said. Look, when I hear people saying the election commission appointed by the president is, if I heard somebody, one of our men from district number 2 quoting section 2.1 of the election law, look, my friend, when you're reading the law, read it with comprehension. That law is telling you that prior to when you are sitting as a commissioner, that is the time that law takes effect on you, not when you are not a commissioner yet. Let's say in your private life, they will come to hold you about something that you did over 5 years. No, that's not what the law is saying. Like currently, Tita Reese now, right? Let me give you this clear example. Tita Reese is not a clear and state commissioner. She cannot participate in any political activity of the house, any political affiliation. This is the time that law can be whole. But when I am here, as Anthony Pade, you have the right to affiliate with any party.
Okay.
When the president appoints me, now I resign. Tita Reese, who is a clear example, as the chairman said, she contested on CDCTK in 2014 in Rivers there, and she resigned in 2018 when Joshua appointed her.
So, Anthony Pade, the question now is, could the justification of Tita Reese be the appointment now? Is there a justification for the appointment of Jonathan Wheeler?
No, now the Tita, if I or they got Jeruko.
Yeah, so Jeruko, is there a justification for the appointment?
No, it is not a justification. So if what I want people to be,
all of you keep making reference to that.
Jeff, what I want people to understand is telling the president to change Jonathan Wheeler, that's expediency. But when you bring legality, it means the president is in the right way and the president is enforcing the law. But what the law says, the president has not violated any law by appointing Jonathan Wheeler. Let's get that clear. If you want the president to change the nomination, then we will be talking about why expediency, right? That is clear.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's come back to our guest. Of course, I said, coming, please. We don't have much time. I guess we'll have to respond to some of these. Fasu, you listen to the course claims and counterclaims. I mean, let's begin with your response to these questions. The comments coming in.
Yeah. First, let me say, let me appreciate all those that phone in, that weigh in on the discourse. I think that speaks further on that. There's a fascinating discourse, evident by the preponderance of people that form in. Yeah, it's a thought-provoking one. I must say kudos to you. You are a top-notch journalist. I think it's a pleasure, and I feel jollified to sit on your gavel, your media gavel. I listened to cross-section of the course. Some way in, some are very supportive, and some are criticizing my expressed opinions. I think somebody talk about the neck house of rules there. I think I'm told him from the ANC. And record has it that the ANC is an inconsequential political institution. It's an inconsequential political institutions. Evident by the under 2% that should obtain from the labyrinth photo. Even though she spend heavily. But the labyrinth people didn't go the ANC way. I think that such a horrible result that ANC received came from the background of the kind of people that Mr. Comey is a very good man. Something we cannot beat our tongue. Can't beat our lip. He's a very good man, somebody who understands leadership. But his surrounding people are at the echelon of the party, are the problem. And you have Mary Spencer. I'm speaking to him specifically because I'm told he's a ranking member in the youth league of the ANC. And ANC is a national political party. And I'm running an international institution that cut across the globe, the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau. Spencer is one of the most disingenuous young men that ever walked the soil of this country. You see the kind of hypocritical comment the man made, that you have a law. The law say when you ascend, you must be neutral. The law that in cutting. There's no law. I remember to the pictures of our favorite law. There's no law that state that before you ascend to a position or at the action of the election commission, you must be neutral. And I told you during our thought-provoking conversation that the only person that came in human form like us that are neutral are Comrade Jesus and Comrade Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Besides that, nobody in this country can just beat they said that they are neutral. Everybody is politically conflicted. The only thing when you ascend to such a resounding position, all the public want for you is to exhibit level of neutrality. You should promote the theory of inclusiveness or inclusivity at the National Election Commission. And this man in person is somebody who come to the fray or to this position with high level of professionalism. This man is one of the most professional Liberians to walk the soil of this country. The man served a neck. He supervised election that usher in the first CDC or whom her naysayer from angle are criticizing social legislation coming from the president. They may also with the election, 2017 election that usher in the CDC. So that tells you at what level the thing called hypocrisy is embedded within seditions and ANC partisan. It may serve an election commission critical role usher in your party, and your party run the country down to the dungeon or backwardness for 6 years. During that time, the election result was one of the most employed election results globally. This man was at the election commission and supervised such process. There were tons of elections that this man helped to supervise. No noise came about.
But first, he was not a commissioner.
He
was not a chairperson.
But he played critical role. The man played critical role, very influential role. He could have used a connection or his political lineage.
He alone.
A political lineage to touch the prosper, because that place when you ascend there, you should exhibit high level neutrality. This man exhibited such leadership charisma while serving at the election commission for over 16 years. And he still possesses the charisma and the leadership nuance to provide able leadership at the election commission. We, from the patriotic sector of the society, we are joyful with this appointment. This is one of the best appointments ever made by the president, to appoint somebody who understands the rudimentary or the nuances of election matter in this country. Veteran Jonathan Widow will perform adequately at the election commission. Somebody talk about the gap press, Russia that. I stated, yeah. Even though the crisis is in the Middle East, one of the place where over 30% of the petroleum product we consume, petroleum product the world market come from. the leadership here that overseeing the petroleum sector, the LPRC concerned with that of the Ministry of Commerce, they are still ensuring that the product be available on the market in the midst of crisis in the Middle East. That show leadership on the part of SG Amos Tour and that of the Commerce Minister. Even though I have some issue with her, how to run in that play, but when it comes to this, I applaud her for that. The product is still available during your first CDC time. What I know about Russia have been producing. Russia is one of the top petroleum producing country, oil producing country. But when it comes, bulk of Russia oil cannot come down to Liberia to supply other countries. Bulk of our oil cannot come here. Most of our oil, some of it can come from the Middle East, some come from Iran, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and come from the Middle East and come here. So whatever crisis the crisis between Russia and Ukraine is still ongoing.
It did not affect Liberia.
It had no bearing on Liberia. The shortage of petroleum products during the first CDC time, or the caricature CDC was as a result of inherent leadership in attitude on the part of the CDC-led government, the first CDC-led government.
Okay.
Somebody spoke about job creation. Let me say kudos to all of my colleagues that called. These are some of the most patriotic propagandists the country can boast of. Very brilliant people. The level of Wagono Bien, Paco, William Covey, and the way he said, I know there's a guy who called from District 4 there. I must say kudos to you people. You people are doing extremely well to help pinpoint the workings of the government. Only patriotic people can do such. The issue of the job creation. Job creation come in there. I told you to gather data about employment in a country is very difficult. It can happen, but it's a painstaking thing. Very difficult, but it can happen. They put the investigation, they collections on data and other things, and found out the government have provided 70,000 jobs. I think one of the callers rightly stated that job creation comes in many forms. There are components of job creation. They have long term, medium term, and short term. They have the short term. There are some jobs that are short term, or they call them vulnerable employment. That the people who ride keke, who sew shoe, these are all short term, medium term, jobs.
You did not create those jobs.
Those
jobs were already there.
No, but we create a new one. We create a new one.
We gotta go.
We create a new one.
We have just a minute to be here. We have to go.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, the government is on course. Okay. Even though there are some skirmishes, there are some challenges. I just want to caution the government. Mostly after people who are at the action of the government. Even though I'm a promoter of the government, I'm an ardent supporter of the government. I've been around United Party for over 18 years. That tells you I have an emotional and political blood lineage with the Unity Party. But there are some folks at the action of the party that are not doing well for people, for frontliners. And the bureau we feel that these people are undermining the sacredness of the Unity Party-led government. The bureau in the coming days will come to intellectually clamp down on those who are undermining the sacredness of the government, who are not doing much to incorporate all of frontliners. We know them.
Okay.
In the coming days, we'll start calling them by name, we'll start shaming them because everybody wasted their sweat and blood to bring the government to the limelight of the presidency. Okay. So equally so, like the all artists stated, the reward for politics is now why it's not in heaven, it's right on earth. Okay. When people labor, people sweat to bring political institution to limelight or to leadership, the political institution is duty bound or is obligated to provide economic empowerment for these people.
Okay.
So we will come after people who are undermining the empowerment process of frontliners from mostly the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau. Okay. These are brilliant people, brilliant young people who stood the test of time. They were in people water, and up to now we are still hanging in there, propagating the message of the UP government. It's a jollified moment. I say kudos to you, to the Kear FM family, for bringing me on your platform.
We'll set up the time, the intellectual bureau and the property.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. We'll be available. We'll be available.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Fasu Donzo has been my guest. That's Fasu Kruma. I know Fasu Donzo from OPFM, my colleague. So Fasu Kruma has been my guest here. Join the station tomorrow morning for